Suffering is a reality we all face. But how do we reconcile it with a loving, all-powerful God? The Bible presents a clear call to trust Him, even when we don't understand His reasons. Hebrews 11 speaks of faith, trusting what we cannot yet see. Just as a child may not understand why a visit to the dentist is necessary, we often struggle to grasp God's purpose in our pain. But does our lack of understanding mean no purpose exists? God's wisdom far surpasses ours. We see only a few threads of life's tapestry, while He sees the full picture. Norman Geisler points out that even we, as finite beings, recognize some good in pain, like the warning of a hot stove or the protective nature of physical pain. If we can see some purpose, how much more can an infinitely wise God? The Apostle Paul understood this when he wrote, "I consider that our present sufferings are not worth comparing with the glory that will be revealed in us." Romans 8, verse 18. Time changes perspective. Just as a painful moment at the dentist serves a greater good, present sufferings must be viewed in light of eternity. 2 Corinthians 4, verse 17, Hebrews 12, verse 2, 1 Peter 1, verses 6 to 7. But God doesn't just ask us to trust Him. He proves that He can bring good from suffering. Consider Joseph. Betrayed by his brothers, sold into slavery, and imprisoned. Yet he later told them, "You intended to harm me, but God intended it for good, to accomplish what is now being done, the saving of many lives." Genesis 50, verse 20. Paul, too, faced imprisonment. Yet while in chains, he wrote Ephesians, Philippians, Colossians, and Philemon, scripture that has impacted lives for centuries. Ephesians 3, verse 1, Philippians 1, verse 7, Colossians 4, verse 10, Philemon, verse 9. Suffering can draw us closer to God. Joni Eareckson. Tada, paralyzed after a diving accident, said she would rather be in a wheelchair with God than be able to walk without Him. Suffering can also refine us. Peter writes, "These have come so that your faith, of greater worth than gold, may be proved genuine." 1 Peter 1, verses 6-7. In other words, no pain, no gain. We are called to adopt a top-down perspective, seeing life as God sees it. As Gary Habermas and J.P. Moreland emphasize, viewing life through God's eternal lens changes everything. Our anxieties, emotions, tragedies, even death itself. This is the perspective that sustains believers in suffering. One day, God's purpose will be fully revealed. Hebrews 11, verse 10 speaks of a city whose architect and builder is God. There, suffering will be no more. He will wipe every tear from their eyes. There will be no more death or mourning or crying or pain. Revelation 21, verse 4. Until then, we trust Him. He is working out His plan, even when we don't see it.